All right, welcome to this explainer. Today, we're diving straight into one of the most wildly ambitious urban transformations happening in the country right now, Pune 2035. We're talking about a massive, and I mean massive, infrastructure overhaul worth over 40,000 crore rupees. It's designed to essentially turn Pune into India's next meticulously planned megacity. Look, if you follow real estate or urban development at all, you know that cities don't just magically grow. They are literally shaped by their infrastructure. And Pune? Well, it's completely rewiring how it moves, expands, and operates for the next decade. To really appreciate where we're headed, you kind of have to look at where we started. Think back, maybe just 20 years ago. Pune was this quiet, laid-back, beautiful educational center, right? Fast forward to today, and boom, it's exploded into this absolute powerhouse for IT and manufacturing. But that kind of reactive, explosive growth comes with a really steep price tag. The city sprawled outward into areas like Hinjewadi and Benair without the mass transit to support it. And the result? Overwhelming traffic and a seriously strained infrastructure that leans way too heavily on just private cars and buses. So, to make sense of this massive intervention, we're going to break it down into 5 key pieces. 1. The metro transit revolution. 2. Redrawing the map with ring roads. 3. The new Purandar Airport. 4. How they're planning urban growth and the riverfront. And finally, number 5, the ultimate economic payoff. Let's kick things off with Section 1, the Metro Transit Revolution, which is really all about solving that massive urban sprawl. To truly wrap your head around the headache Pune faces every single morning, just consider this number, 200,000. Over 2 lakh professionals are traveling toward Hinjewadi every day. Think about that. That is basically the entire population of a small city migrating down a single corridor every morning. Because of this massive rush to the Rajiv Gandhi IT Park, this specific route suffers from some of the absolute worst traffic congestion you'll find anywhere in Western India. Enter Pune Metro Line 3. This is the direct fix. It's a 23-kilometer elevated lifeline featuring 23 planned stations, and it just slices right through all that traffic. It connects central nodes like Shivaji Nagar directly through Balawadi, Baner, and Wakad, all the way deep into Hinjewadi phases 1, 2, and 3. Now, while future expansions are definitely going to hit the eastern corridors later, Line 3 is absolutely the most critical immediate fix for east-west connectivity. For anyone actually living this, the impact is going to be totally life-changing. I mean, we're talking about a grueling 90-minute commute being drastically slashed. But if you're looking at it from an investment side, it just proves that golden rule of real estate. Infrastructure comes first, and property appreciation follows right behind it. Historically, wherever a metro station props up, it becomes a massive economic node. Retail shows up, offices move in, and then housing prices absolutely skyrocket. So areas like Baner, Wakad, and Karadi, they're perfectly positioned to see a massive boom from this. All right, moving on to Section 2. Let's talk about redrawing Pune with ring roads to fix that intercity bottleneck. So, while the metro handles the inner-city daily commute, Pune's biggest logistical nightmare actually comes from the outside. Right now, national highway traffic and these massive heavy industrial vehicles are mixing right in with local city traffic. It just spreads congestion everywhere. To fix this, Pune is building 2 behemoth structures. We're talking an 83-kilometer inner ring road and a staggering 173-kilometer outer ring road completely kitted out with 14 interchanges and 17 tunnels. By physically separating local traffic from freight, Pune is literally rewiring its entire mobility framework. Now here is the absolute kicker. You know how in India, these ambitious mega projects often get stalled for years just fighting over land acquisition? Not this time. This isn't just a pretty rendering on a PDF somewhere. Land acquisition has actually already crossed 98 to 99% in a lot of key stretches. Active construction is happening out there right now. And this kind of heavy infrastructure, it fundamentally rewrites land economics. Because of these ring roads, highly valuable new industrial and warehousing growth corridors are being unlocked right on the city's perimeter. Areas like Talegaon, Wagholi, Chakan, Pirangat, and Orse, they're going to see incredible growth. The industrial clusters get much faster access, the warehousing sector expands, and an entirely new rim of economic activity just comes to life. Next up, Section 3, Purandar International Airport and the push for global connectivity. Moving from the tarmac to the skies, the fact is Pune has just completely outgrown the Lohugong Airport. It's dealing with severe defense restrictions and major capacity constraints. So the solution is the brand new Purandar International Airport. This thing is a mammoth project. It features 2 runways, massive cargo facilities, and its own dedicated aviation ecosystem. The end game here? They're aiming to handle a mind-blowing 75 million passengers every single year. But keep in mind, this isn't just an airport project. Actually, scratch that. It's a full-on urban expansion project. Much like what we've seen with the Bengaluru Airport Corridor or Delhi's AeroCity, major airports essentially spawn entirely new cities around them. This is going to unlock incredible investments in logistics, hospitality, and manufacturing. And to back all of that up, they are building 61 kilometers of new connecting roads to link the airport directly to those new ring roads we were just talking about. Which brings us right into Section 4, Planned Urban Growth and the Riverfront. It's a totally new paradigm. All of this expansion really highlights a huge shift in livability driven by the PMRDA. Historically, we all know Indian cities grow reactively, right? You get random layouts, tiny roads, and then utilities magically arrive like 10 years later. But PMRDA is completely flipping the script with their town planning schemes. Instead of that messy, unplanned sprawl, they are enforcing a strict, systematic model. First, build the roads, then put in the utilities, next, the public amenities, and only then does the actual real estate development follow. They're already rolling this out in strategic zones like Shikrapur and Yavat. And you know, this focus on livability goes right down to the water's edge with the Mula-Mutha Riverfront redevelopment. They're taking a page straight out of Ahmedabad's Sabarmati transformation, turning Pune's neglected riverbanks into these sprawling, gorgeous public assets. We're talking beautiful public promenades, dedicated cycling tracks, green zones, and importantly, really crucial flood management. It's about making the city a genuinely beautiful place to live in, not just a highly functional one. All right, bringing it all home with Section 5, the 2035 economic payoff, looking at jobs and industry. At the end of the day, all of these concrete pours, all these transit lines, they all funnel into one foundational goal: fueling the economy. I know a lot of people just focus on the residential real estate, but the real story here is Pune's thriving industrial ecosystem. The city is already a heavyweight in IT, automobile manufacturing, engineering, defense, and electronics. And every single project we've analyzed in this explainer today, the metro, the ring roads, the airport, they directly supercharge these industries by speeding up freight, making it easier for employees to move around, and giving the city true global access. Which leads us to a pretty profound realization. Because this 40,000 crore transformation isn't just some vague future concept anymore. It's actively being built as we speak. We really have to shift our perspective. As the experts sum it up perfectly, the question is no longer whether Pune will grow. The question is how dramatically the city will change over the next decade. So, I want to leave you with this to think about. When you look at the sheer scale of this infrastructure-first planning, from slashing commutes with the metro, to rewiring all that heavy freight with the ring roads, to finally opening up to the globe with Purandar Airport, how dramatically do you think these strategic moves are going to alter Pune's future landscape? Where do you see the biggest potential for growth? One thing is for sure, the Pune of 2035 is going to be completely unrecognizable from what it was 2 decades ago. To stay ahead of these incredible urban transformations and to really understand where the smartest investments are heading, make sure you subscribe and follow City Futures. Thank you so much for hanging out with me for this explainer, and I'll see you next time as we keep decoding the cities of tomorrow.